Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 2 Cyclops, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, of course. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, I have a question for you, the viewer, especially if you're a fan of the 90s X-Men animated series. What the fuck is the obsession with that show exactly? I couldn't sit through 5 minutes of that shit. I tried. I really tried. But I couldn't sit through 5 minutes of that shit to save my fucking life. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous, despite the fact that I absolutely love the 90s Spider-Man animated series that was airing around the same time. I guess I'm just a little butthurt because I've been sitting here on my dumb ass for almost a motherfucking decade now, waiting for a proper, air quotes, proper Season 3 to my beloved Gargoyles, which has already been written in comic book form by the man, the myth, the legend, Greg Weisman. All the fine folks I have to do at Disney is animate that shit and put it up, and I will watch it repeatedly. I don't get it. I just don't get it, and I probably never will. And if you don't like that, well, too fucking bad, because I said what I said, and if you don't like it, kiss my ass. So, getting on to the review at hand, after I attempt to lower my blood pressure, I have to say that I really like this figure. Despite the fact that I think Cyclops from X-Men is a total fucking douchebag. So, moving on, and taking a look-see at the accessories this figure comes with. It's a pair of open hands, or molesty hands, so we can grab Jean Grey's boobs, because God forbid Wolverine got to do that. Oh, too soon, too bad. He also comes with a button pushing hand for his visor, and then he also comes with an alternate, kind of pissed off looking head with this quartz, ruby quartz blast effect that you can slot right in there. Like so. So we can vaporize the shit out of some, I don't know, Sentinels. Do they fight those in this new show? I hope so. That'd be kind of weird if they didn't. And that's your lot. A decent spread for a Cyclops. He also has two fisted hands, which are on him, because that's how I'm going to be displaying mine. But, yeah, I think that is cool. I think that works. But as far as articulation on this guy goes, he's on the Vulcan body, which has been slightly modified for Cyclops to have all the straps and things keyed in. And while I do appreciate that to some extent, it's a very nice quality of life change for Cyclops, I didn't have problems with the straps on mine. Other than the glove cuffs, I would say, and, you know, the straps and harness and belts and things on his torso kind of shifting up when you use the ab crunch, I didn't really have problems with the ones on his legs, even the boot cuffs, falling down on mine. But, I guess, you know, different strokes for different folks. As far as articulation goes, he's got the disc hinge in the head, so he can look up all the way. Kind of looks like his neck is broken, but whatever, people like it. Can look down, can rotate side to side, he can tilt a little bit. I'm hoping the head from the Love Triangle 3-pack fits on this guy, because I like to make him a comic book Cyclops. Because I have no attachment to the X-Men animated series, I just don't. Again, I couldn't get into it. His shoulders will go out about that far. You can swing the arm forward and back. Pop that down. You can rotate this all the way around. He's got a bicep swivel. Double elbow. That works pretty well. He's got swivel and hinge in the wrist. He's got an ab crunch that leans that far forward and that far back. You can see that the strap from the harness here is keyed into it. So it moves out of your way. Or it moves with the ab crunch as opposed to getting shifted around. He's got a waist twist. Appears like the belt is keyed as well. Hips can kick out that far forward. Thigh cut rotates all the way around. He's got a double knee. Very tight on the knees. I had to heat mine in order to free them up, so be careful with that. You don't want to crack and break those. Just be wary of that. Then he does have a boot cut. That does work quite well. That said, I did heat mine up and pop them off and then put a little soap in there to make this as butter smooth as it is, so, you know. Okay, the ALEXA said something weird from the other room. I'll have to check on that. Either way, he does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker joint, as well as peg holes at the bottom of the feet, if you want to throw them on a display stand. And I don't care if y'all heard that. We're leaving it in. We're doing this Bill O'Reilly style, doing it live, because I'm not reshooting that rant from the beginning of this video. I mean, I do more editing than some people to fix my mistakes, but at the end of the day, I am only one man. So with that being said, it's time now that we move right along, take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Cyclops alongside the only other members from the X-Men 97 team that I'll be looking at for the foreseeable future. I didn't pick up anyone other than Wolverine from Wave 1 and don't really have the funds to dip into that right now, so I hope those last long enough for me to do so. Once that happens, I'll definitely be taking a look at those figures as well. But that said, in the meantime, we got good old Jean Grey and Nightcrawler from the same wave, of course, and as you can see, they scale quite nicely with Scott Summers here. So getting these two out of the way. Now bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulas. Right there. And the infamous Elephant Spawn. Right there. And, of course, Spawn towers over Cyclops like nobody's business. So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and at the end of the day, is this the best Jim Lee inspired Cyclops figure we've ever received throughout the life of the Marvel Legends line? If you ask me, it falls down to personal preference. If you don't mind the X-Men 97 aesthetic of the head sculpts and are into pinless tech and the straps being keyed into place, then I would say this is a definite must-have for you. That said, while I'm not really here nor there on pinless tech, I could take it either way, to be honest with you, I do appreciate the straps and stuff being keyed in. That's definitely a quality of life change that I welcome wholeheartedly, despite the fact I didn't really have the problems with my other Cyclops figures that other people had. That said, if you are like me, I'm not as big on the aesthetic of the X-Men 97 heads that this guy comes with, and I'm hoping that the head sculpts from the Love Triangle 3-pack match close enough to the colors on this guy so I can do a head swap and have the quintessential Jim Lee era Cyclops for my Legends collection. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.